greed, jealousy, murder. The internet can be surprisingly useful in assisting those intent on foul play. This Halloween, we've uncovered crimes so sinister that you may think twice before the next time you enter the world of the web. To the family next door, Armin Meiwes seemed the perfect neighbour. He mowed their lawn, repaired their car, and even invited them round for dinner. That was until he was sentenced to life imprisonment for murdering, cooking, and devouring 43-year-old Bernd Brandis. Meiwes advertised on the internet for a young, well-built man who wanted to be eaten. Brandis answered. On the evening of March the 9th, 2001, both men went up to Meiwes' bedroom. Mr. Brandis swallowed 20 sleeping tablets and half a bottle of schnapps before Meiwes cut off his penis and then fried it for both of them to eat. In the early hours of the morning, he finished Brandis off by stabbing him in the neck with a large kitchen knife. The cannibal then hung the body on a meat hook in the cellar, chopped him into pieces, and put several bits of him in the freezer next to takeaway pizza, burying the skull in his garden. Over the next few weeks, he defrosted and cooked parts of the human body, eventually consuming over 20 kilos of human flesh before the police finally turned up at his door. Katherine Olsen from Minnesota answered what seemed like a normal advert for a babysitter that was posted on the popular website Craigslist. After finding the job online, the 24-year-old drove to the local town of Savage in order to meet the local man who had posted the advert. Police can only guess at what happened next. After discovering the woman's bag in a local park early Friday morning, Miss Olsen's body was found in the boot of her car. The 19-year-old local suspect was arrested and is still being held in custody. The police are still unclear as to the motive. And it was definitely murder most foul in New York when 23-year-old Jin Lin was convicted of the bloody slaying of his ex-girlfriend Sharon and her 19-year-old brother Simon. Lin intended to rob the siblings in order to fund his return ticket back to China, but when he found Simon alone in the apartment, he tied him up and stabbed him to death. And when Sharon returned home hours later, she too was brutally murdered. Simon's last words were frozen in time as he posted his final blog entry just moments after the killer entered the house. Speaking from beyond the grave, Simon implicated the killer with his words. Jin Ling was arrested and imprisoned. And before I leave you to enjoy this Night of the Living Dead, try and bear this in mind. Be careful of what you put on your social profiles. Those happy and carefree photographs of you and your new partner could make that ugly green-eyed monster rear its head in the form of jealous ex-lovers. 22-year-old Heather Kane was accused of conspiracy to attempt murder after hiring an assassin to shoot her ex-boyfriend's new lover. After hearing about the new woman, Miss Kane uncovered her details on her ex's MySpace page. It was only after a friend of hers informed the police and the following sting uncovered the plot that Miss Kane was arrested and the woman's life saved. And the lesson to be learned from all these gruesome tales of jealousy, greed, and murder is to remember that in the vast world of the internet, not all is as it seems. Happy Halloween.